Hey guys, it's Robbie here. This is Frecky Fit Wolf. We're back in the car again today for Vlogtober. I am going to be talking today about eliminating food groups from your diet. You all know that I've been on a bunch of different diets. I've been trying everything. And yeah, so not that I'm an expert, but I kind of feel almost because I've tried so many things. And so when I was talking to Barrett Pastor earlier today about, I need a topic of what I want to talk about, because vlogging every day, a lot harder than you think. I don't live an exciting life to talk about. But so when she suggested basically this topic, I was like, well, wait a second. Yeah, because I have tried a million different ones, and she knows that, how I feel about them. And so, yeah, so today's topic is going to be elimination diets, or really eliminating a food group from your diet and why it doesn't work. All right, so for me, the number one reason why eliminating a food group from your diet doesn't work is because I will go overboard. If you tell me I cannot have something, that's all I'm going to crave. Whether it be something specific or an entire food group or anything like that, if you tell me I cannot have it ever, that is all I'm going to think about. So either one of two different things will happen. Either one, I will go overboard on eating everything else that I am allowed, or two, I will go overboard and break and eat that item like crazy. I mean, seriously, if you tell me I can't have olives, and I hate olives, that's all I'm going to crave. That's all I'm going to be obsessed with. And then once I can have them, holy cow, I will go nuts. You tell me I can't have any carbs, same thing. Like either one, all of the fake carb things that sound similar or whatever, I'm going to go nuts on. And then once I'm allowed to have it, because most of those diets, you will slowly add it back in. And then once I do, it's hard to make it slow. It's like, ooh, give me all of the carbs now. Or fats, or sugars, whichever one. I'm not dogging any particular plan. I'm not trying to dog any plan. I'm just saying why they don't work for me specifically, and why I think for a lot of other people that they don't work. The number two is that, you do eventually add these things on or back in. And when you do, the weight jumps back on. Just for an example, when I was doing keto, when I decided to transition back in, immediately 5 pounds jumped right back on. It's just going to happen. Your body is all of a sudden being introduced to things that it did not have for quite a while. And while that might work and you might drop weight while you're doing it, it's not something you can do the rest of your life. Which brings me into number three. I need something for my lifetime. I need something that I can do for the rest of my life. Because, yeah, it's great to lose weight. It's great to do this diet to lose weight. And I'm not saying none of them will work, because they can work. We all know somebody that has done some kind of elimination diet, and it's worked for them. But they haven't learned how to eat. They haven't learned how to survive in the real world, where there are fats, where there are carbs, where there is sugar. You can't cook every single thing at home for the rest of your entire life. And so once you are reintroduced into the real world, you're not this fantasy diet world, you're at a loss. You don't know what to do. You haven't learned how to do it, and you will gain it back. Yes, there might be some people that never have, but for me, every single time comes back on. Even with a successful program like Weight Watchers, I gained it back. But that is because I stopped. I decided I'm not going to track anymore. Or I tried switching to MyFitnessPal, and then that was more the transition. So switched to that because it was free, didn't want to pay, and then I eventually just kind of stopped. And I slowly gained it all back, as we all know. That's why I'm here. But I am back at Weight Watchers again. Well, I'm doing their older plan. You all know this. I'm doing their old Points Plus plan. I'm using iTrack Bites, so I'm doing carb conscious, really. And I even kind of tweaked that to make my own plan. But it is working. I'm down 33 pounds. And it's something that I feel is sustainable and I can do for the rest of my life. It's not a diet that, because I've eliminated this food group, I need to only do it for X amount of time to lose the weight. Because that's the problem with a lot of the elimination diets. They're not designed for a lifetime. Eventually, you have to stop. Which brings me into number 4, because all of them are designed short term. Whether, you believe it or not, if they tell you that you cutting this out of your diet, it's going to help you lose weight. That is true. But it's not something you can do for the rest of your life. One, just pure happiness and pure enjoying life. You can't. But 2, all the food groups have nutrients and vitamins and minerals and fiber that your body needs in order to survive. Think of it like, I'm watching The Office now, so I'm going to use that as an analogy. Your body is like an office. Like an office, you need the sales staff, you need management, you need accounting, you need distribution, you need the warehouse. You need all of these things to keep an office going and being successful. And your body is the same way. It needs all of these vitamins and minerals and fiber and sugars and all of this stuff to keep going. Your brain, it runs mainly on glucose. Like, I forgot the percentage and it's at home, but the majority of your brain muscles run on glucose. And carbs, number one way to get glucose. Carbs break down into glucose. You need that. And so, like, if you want a functioning brain, you need that. The fiber, I mean, we all know what fiber does. We all know what it's good for and why we need it. Minerals and vitamins, you need all of those to keep your body running smoothly. And while, yes, it can go for a short while without it, it can go 6 months, maybe a year without it. Eventually, you need that vitamin or protein, or not protein, well, protein, but you need those things in your body to keep it going long term, because eventually your body's going to run out of what it has stored and it's not going to work. Like, say, imagine, like, say, let's go with glucose, since that's what I was using a while ago. Pretend that is the sales staff in the office. Yeah, it can go a while without that because it's made enough sales. It doesn't have to have more right now to keep going. But eventually, they do need to make more sales in order to keep being profitable, to keep growing. And they need those sales staff to interact with the people that they've made sales for in the past. Without that, the office would shut down. Same thing with your body. So it's so important to know those type of things, especially if you want to do this in the long term. Like I said, I am tired of fad dieting. I'm tired of losing weight just to gain it back, yo-yoing back and forth. I'm just over it. I want to do something for the rest of my life that I can easily do and not be starving all the time or feeling deprived of life or of vitamins that I need or anything like that. Plus, a lot of them, they're so complicated because, well, you're not eating this, so you have to take this vitamin. You have to do this to make up for that. It's not sustainable for me. My brain does not want to work that hard every single day. It just doesn't. I want to be happy and live life. I'm sure I've mentioned that a lot. I see, of course, a lot of other weight loss YouTubers that talk about that they want to live life and enjoy it. We all talk about that in matters of, like, if you're going to go over your points or over your calories, yeah, just enjoy. Just don't do it all the time. But there's more to it than just when you're going over. You want to enjoy life on the daily as well. Not eating stuff that you can't stand or that you're trying to trick yourself into thinking you love. and all of that. So yeah, sorry, traffic is getting really bad, so I think I need to cut this short here. But I said my 4 reasons. So that is what's important. So yeah. So anyway, if you haven't yet, please like this video. Please comment. Let me know what you think. I kind of think I can easily get this to a top 10 reason why they don't work. Do you have any suggestions? That'd be cool. Or what are your opinions on it? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? My GPS, I normally turn it off. I'm actually passing up work to go to Quick Trip, and it's trying to get me to get back to work. I don't want to go there yet. But anyway, so yeah, comment. Please subscribe. Hit the little bell so you know when I post videos. And until tomorrow, I'll talk to you guys later.